Hey guys, this is Zars from Giants PS3 and this is episode 5 of season 4 of our FIFA 12 Sunderland Manager Mode commentary, and we are now in the month of September. We have a whole host of fixtures for you this month, including the Barclays Premier League, Carling Cup and Champions League, so that's going to be really interesting. First off, we have an away match against Manchester United, followed by a home game against West Bromwich Albion, and then lastly we have our group stage match in the Champions League against Bayern Munich. So that's going to be really intense. I'm really excited to play that match because that'll be very tough but should be very exciting. In the Barclays Premier League table we are in 5th place with 7 points, 5 points behind Arsenal, who have played a match extra than us, so if we win our game in hand we will only be 2 points behind them. But this is our group in the Champions League. It's a reasonably average group, not too many tough teams. We do have Bayern Munich in the group, who are quite a strong team, not going to lie. There is also Sevilla there, alright, and of course Anderlecht, who do have Matías Suarez, so they're an alright team, quite easy though in comparison to the others. So now for goal of the episode from last episode, and undoubtedly it was the Conor Wickham goal against Aalborg. That was just absolutely sensational, and the other goal wasn't really that good at all. So moving on to our first match against Manchester United, their team is reasonably strong. They are playing Dimitar Berbatov and Pazzini. Last time they had Karim Benzema, but he has now been flogged off to, of course, Bayern Munich, so that's going to be quite an interesting match against them, as I keep on constantly saying. But we do start off pretty positively against Man United. We have a chance with Lucas Podolski. I do shoot on his left foot this time. I was quite smart actually. I always shoot with his right foot, and people get slightly agitated with that, which I can understand because I'm just cocking up constantly with that. Dimitar Berbatov came quite close there with a shot, but in the end not too far off. We have a chance with Kevin Gamero. It's just blocked by the defender, comes out to Yunus Belhanda, then Sebastian Larsson lines up an effort, but that just goes wide of the post, not really troubling David De Gea. So in the end it was kind of an even match really, although we did have the majority of the chances. James Milner there with an absolutely terrible shot, but for some reason now, this is just completely crazy, from that goal kick De Gea just passes it out to Shaqiri and he goes to ground. That was such a stupid penalty for Man United to give away, but I'm going to take it. And of course, Kevin Gamero steps up, puts it in the back of the net pretty clinically, if I'm honest. That was a pretty good penalty. David De Gea never really stood a chance of stopping it. But from that point on, we just basically dominated. Even Shaqiri won a header. Somehow Shaqiri won a header. He's like 5'6" or something like that. I don't know how he won the header. But just on the stroke of half-time, Man United kept on having a few chances. Pazzini with a shot there. I could not clear it at all, but in the end, Jerome Boateng, Kevin Prince Boateng had a shot, but easily stopped by Courtois. So at half-time it was 1-0. I decided to bring on Williams for James Milner, just to add a bit of steel and strength in the centre of the midfield. And also, because we have a lot of quality players, I wanted to make a lot of substitutions just to keep stamina up. We have a good chance there. Lucas Podolski on his left foot, tries for the finesse shot. I really should just try smashing it with Podolski, because that's what he has. He has a power shot, and I really should just try smashing it. Pazzini came reasonably close there with the header, never really troubling Courtois though. I always say troubling for some reason, it's rather odd. But Man United came on with the attack again, and Carrick just puts it in the back of the net with a pretty nice volley, if I'm honest. Carrick is a very underrated player, I feel. He's a really quality player. He keeps things simple, and that's what I like about him. A lot of people don't think he's that great, but I think he's pretty awesome. So we make a couple of substitutions with Fernandinho and Oxlade-Chamberlain. We saw the impact Oxlade-Chamberlain had against Tottenham. He was a great player. He gets off to a great start here, has a shot well saved by De Gea. Just seeing a replay of that, that was actually going into the back post. The back post? It was going into the back of the net anyway, and De Gea pulls off a brilliant save to stop him. Fernandinho running down the flank, but Johnny Evans manages to smother him out and then hoof it out for a throw, and nothing actually comes of it though, which is unfortunate. And of course, in the 90th minute, we have one last chance as always. Podolski plays in Yunus Belhanda, and you know it, he puts it in the back of the net to put us 2-1 up in the 90th minute. I did that so much last season to steal the 3 points, and looks like I've done it once again. And at full time it was 2-1 to Sunderland against Manchester United. A huge three points there against a title contender, and I'm so happy to have those 3 points. So now we move on to our second match against West Brom, and I'm going to be resting a lot of key players, including James Milner and Sebastian Larsson, because we do have our Champions League match against Bayern Munich. I am going to be starting a lot of players though, including Xhard and Shaqiri, but we get off to a great chance here, have a shot, but it is well saved by Foster, I think it is, Dem Foster. Not sure who's in goal actually. Seems to be happening a lot. All of the other players seem to transfer, and I can never remember who's in goal for them. But Kevin Gamero through on goal, some lovely play and build up beforehand, and Gamero just puts it into the back of the net. He is such a clinical striker. If you give him the opportunity, he will take it in an instant. And we have another attack here. Gamero goes for a finesse shot and just went wide of the post. Very unlucky there. That did not go in the back of the net. And West Brom, this pretty much sums up West Brom's first half. They tried a little bit of trick, and then passing, it was just terrible. But after that, they actually started playing properly, and they actually had a chance here. Chris Brunt holding up play, passes it into Shane Long. Nice bit of skill from him. He manages to get his shot away, but in the end it's all too comfortable for Courtois, who can just catch it, and that's pretty much it for West Brom. Really didn't have too many chances, as I said earlier. Kevin Gamero with some great skill there. He manages to turn inside, has the shot, but never really troubling Ben Foster in the end. And we had another chance towards the end. I swear that on the edge of half-time, time goes so slowly. Like, half-time just never seems to come along. But in the end it does, and it is still 1-0 to Sunderland against West Brom. So, on course for the 3 points. I don't know what I was going to say there, rather odd. But Kevin Gamero threw on goal, and he is such a clinical striker. He's only had 2 chances, and he scored both of them. He is just such an awesome striker. Takes it past the keeper and knocks it into the back of the net. They can't put it out of play. And it's just, you know, Kevin Gamero, what can you say about him? He's so clinical. West Brom had a chance here and nothing really happening. We try to clear it out but can't. That's a pretty terrible defending. On the end they do get the shot, but Courtois manages to palm it out. So, all in all, we are rather comfortable. West Brom never really troubling us. They had a couple of chances here. There's a cross into the area. The match just sort of started to peter out, really. Nothing really exciting happening. I brought off Fernandinho just to, you know, make the match more interesting. They had a free kick, and Malumba. For some reason I went to say Muamba, but I'm making a lot of mistakes this episode. But anyway, ended full time 2-0, and now on to the most biggest match of this episode against Bayern Munich in the Champions League, and their team is pretty epic. That Andre Santos isn't the Andre Santos at Arsenal, it's an Andre Santos from some other German team, I think. I'm not too sure on that one. But we actually got off to a good start. We had Kevin Gamero with a header, and Manuel Neuer, can I just say this right now, the most epic goalkeeper you will ever play on FIFA ever. My god, he is just absolutely epic. So, Bayern Munich had a chance there. Karim Benzema with a shot. Rather poor effort, if I am honest. No, never really troubling Courtois. I've said that so many times, I'm going to have to stop saying that now. But, of course, Bayern Munich could the Arjen Robben just cutting inside, finessing into the bottom corner. Nothing Courtois could do about that whatsoever. Just look at this footwork from Robben, just turning my defenders inside out. They probably could have done a little bit more. I mean, I could have done a lot more. I was a bit stupid while playing against Arjen Robben, but these players, they're so quick and they're so strong and they're able to play brilliant football. But we have a chance here. Fernandinho wins the header. Manuel Neuer comes off the back of his head and doesn't go in. How close was that? That would have been the equaliser I would have craved. But of course, if you do not take your chances, then Arjen Robben in particular will punish you. He puts Bayern Munich 2-0 up. I don't know what's happening with my defence. None of them are close to him whatsoever. And in the end, Courtois can't do anything about it. And Bayern Munich were just such a strong team to play against. I couldn't tackle them. Arjen Robben, Frank Ribery, Schweinsteiger, Kagawa, they just took it around me like I wasn't there at all. They're just so skillful, and I only had like a couple of shots in that first half. It was a terrible performance, so I decided to bring off a couple of players, bring on Yunus Delhanda and Oxlade-Chamberlain, just because Oxlade-Chamberlain usually has a positive impact on the team. But look at this from Frank Ribery, just skills past my players. Like, they're not even there. Plays a perfect through ball to Arjen Robben, and in the end we got quite lucky there. We managed to header it out and clear it out. But that just shows how great their players were. They have a chance here with Sebastian Larsson. Manuel Neuer, yet again, whenever he is called upon, he saves it every time. He's just such a great goalkeeper. I can't stress that enough. He's such a good goalkeeper. Yet again, Robben making space for himself. As you saw there, played in front of Ribery, and he puts it in the back of the net. Courtois not really close enough, not really thinking that Ribery was there, and it is 3-0, and they just had chance after chance after chance. Courtois yet again forced into palming it away. We do have a chance in the 87th minute there. This is just going to be some sort of consolation if we can grab anything. Chamberlain has a shot, but in the end, really just easy for Neuer. He can just pick that up. And at full time, it is 3-0 to Bayern Munich. We got an absolute hiding there, just absolutely thrashed by Bayern Munich. Saw Sebastian Larsson almost crying there. That was just absolutely shocking. But at the end of the episode, in the Barclays Premier League table, there is some positives. We are on top in first place with 13 points, level on points with Arsenal. So we aren't, completely on top, but we are in a very strong position. And unfortunately for West Ham, they are at the bottom of the table. So looking at the Champions League table now, and unfortunately after that thrashing by Munich, we are stuck with 0 points at the bottom of the table. Munich firmly on top, and Anderlecht actually won 2-0 over Sevilla. A little bit of a shock there, but I'm not completely surprised, if I am honest. A few people wanted me to have a look at the Bolton Wanderers team because they made some epic signings this summer and last summer, and this is their team. Now look at that. That is absolutely epic team. They got Ibra, Luka Modric, Mario Zarate, Bamfiti Gomis, Lee Chong-young, who's a very underrated player who's always injured, unfortunately. Hernandez, Cheick-Tiote, Agbonlahor, Lescott. They just have a load of awesome players, and they really have gone all out to sign some quality players. Ibrahimovic, Luka Modric, and all that. But now onto goal of the episode, and there isn't too many to choose from. We only scored 4 times in this episode. So there's the Yunus Belhanda goal in the 90th minute against Manchester United, and this goal here against West Brom. Some really nice build-up play from Kevin Gamera and Lucas Podolski, and then a great finish into the top corner by Kevin Gamera. Really clinical finish, and the goalkeeper couldn't do anything about it. So please leave a comment on which one you think should be goal of the episode. And now for player of the episode, no one really stood out in particular. I'm going to have to give it to Kevin Gamera though, because in 3 matches he scored 3 times. Unfortunately, he did not score against Bayern Munich, but never mind that. He scored some great goals this episode, including the ones against Bayern Munich. So anyway guys, not against West Brom, sorry. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please leave a thumbs up. It really helps us out. And thank you for watching.